Yo, I want to talk about how the deception is real, man. This deception is so real, bro. Like, most of these guys out here to make these YouTubers, most of you guys that be on YouTube, these YouTube guys, they fake, bro. And I'm gonna start off by talking about this guy that make these contents or whatever. Mr. Keep It Simple. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this guy, Mr. Keep It Simple. Well, things are not as simple as how you try to make it seem. Because number one, you talk about the Illuminati, the Freemasons, and the Boule and all this other shit, right? But you is with the fraternity. You know, you a frat boy. Cause I know I did my research on the Freemasons, and they believe in playing the good and the bad. So you try to sit up on the internet and try to play both sides. You tell man to stack their crumbs up, work a 9 to 5, save lives, and all this other bullshit, right? But at the same time, it's easy for you. It's easy to tell the people that, to control them, to keep them in play, so they won't be a renegade and, doing whatever it takes to get to whatever they need, and you don't want them to do that. It's a control mind. You don't want people to crash out because you paid to keep people in line, to tell them whatever it takes, to make them feel good about themselves. Pump up the volume. That fake bullshit. And niggas sound so fucking corny as fuck with that shit. Like, this corny ass nigga, like, bro, I can tell he sound like a frat boy. He don't sound like nobody that was from the hood, somebody that could relate to hard times. He don't sound like a guy that... This guy don't sound like a nigga who have experienced a whole lot of hard pain and problems and trials and tribulations. He seemed like a guy that just been, had a decent life, had parents that sent him to college and all this other shit. He seemed like a damn prep boy. He talked and act like a more suburb boy. Like he ain't never really been in the hood. He just faked it. He probably hung around a few hood niggas, but he never went through the struggle. So he don't know. So he'll tell you to work a 9 to 5 and all this other stuff. 9 to 5 save lives. Okay, it can save lives, to be honest. That's the only thing that he right about. But at the same time, the agenda is, if you not trying to find your true potentials, and true enough, okay, you work a 9 to 5, but you got to remember you living under a controlled system. Everything, the price of living is going up. You know what I'm saying? So he can tell you to work a 9 to 5 because he a YouTuber. YouTube is rigged up to push only certain viewers. He's straight. But if he was going through the same situation you was going through, I promise you, he wouldn't be telling you that. He probably wouldn't be saying work a 9 to 5. See, people don't understand how much society is programmed and how these agents is online to keep you in place, to keep you from, stepping outside your character or being a renegade and going against the system. And really, he want to take the burdens of that. He want to get all the credit for exposing them people, because he playing both sides. Why you think they ain't took down his channel or whatever? See, if you do your research, the Masons believe in, playing the good and the bad. It's all a stage game for them. The frat boys, the fraternity, they have a clear understanding of, if we can direct our people however we want to direct them, it's mind control. And then you say 1 minute, oh, he talked trash about passport bros. You talking trash about passport bros that putting the shit on the agenda on YouTube, they frat boys too. All y'all in the same game. You a frat boy, but you only trying to play the good side. They playing the good side too, but they ain't telling the whole story. Of course, if you go overseas, you'll be running into women that's still gonna use you. That's all over the fucking world. Modern day Babylon have spread it to every nationality. So wherever you go, you still gonna have the same problem. A gold digging woman is a gold digging woman. That's it. It don't matter what nationality she is. If she programmed by the system and she allow herself to be controlled and influenced by the things of the world, it's over with. It ain't no debate. And then Mr. Keep It Simple gonna say, oh, work a 9 to 5. You know, only reason why y'all guys have a problem with those women because y'all ain't bossed up. Y'all don't have it like that. That's because they working a 9 to 5 average job, stupid idiot. An average man can't even get not even one date. What the fuck you talking about? An average man can't even get not even 2 women of options. And that's for real. I'm in Atlanta. I know that shit. I see this shit. I'm an average guy. I can't even get, it's hard for me to get a date. Yeah. Boss up. You gotta boss up and all that shit. Man, get the fuck out of here. You with the fraternity. You can say shit like that. You ain't got the stress and the worries of a regular normal man, because if you really think about it, those are the only people that's coming up in society. Frat boys, these people that's in fraternity, that's all that's in Atlanta. So if you up because of that. You up because you involved in the brotherhood or the sisterhood. You know, they taught not to deal with regular people that work 9 to 5. So what the fuck is you talking about, bro? You can't get no woman because, oh, your game is not up, or you're not up. And yeah, of course. Tell it like it is then. But we don't supposed to be stunning females, right? We supposed to do it for ourselves. Which one is it? We supposed to do it for ourselves, or we supposed to get our money up so we can have multiple options? You sound like a hypocrite. That sound like a hypocrite. One minute he say get your stack of crumbs, working 9 to 5. You playing with people's emotions. The best thing for a man to do is not worry about no woman. Don't live your whole life based on what a woman think, what a nigga think, what nobody think. If you're gonna do something, do it for yourself. But when you hit rock bottom, or when you on the average level, you see everything for the way it is, man. That's just the truth of it. You can't take the women, you can't take black women's side and talk about the red pill guys and say, oh man, these red pill guys on these contents and talk about this and that and the third or whatever. But then you talk about, it's like you switch sides from saying, oh, a woman, or you can get you a woman in America and all this and that. But then the philosophers say, oh, you know what I'm saying, the women out here, you know, they're gold diggers. Which one is it, nigga? Which one is it? Tell the whole fucking truth, nigga. Which one is it? Is it these women are gold diggers and you should worry about your own life and let God send you that woman? You ain't mentioned that. You ain't mentioned, oh, let God send you the right woman and don't worry about all these women, because 85 or 95% or whatever percent of a large percent of women that's caught up into the world, and that ain't gonna want you for what? Only your money. It's rarely that you'll find a woman that's not caught up into the world. I don't give a fuck what you say. He can talk about statistics and he can say whatever the fuck he want to say, but it's all programming, man. Because why? Because he can say these things because he's in a fraternity. He don't know your life. He don't know how a regular, normal man's life that working a 9 to 5. He get paid off YouTube. YouTube is rigged up. That's one thing he ain't gonna tell you. YouTube is owned by the Freemasons. Why you got so many viewers? Why your shit is up? Come on with the jokes. Let's be for real about it. See, when you make these contents and videos, he gotta make it make sense. ain't making sense. You know what I'm saying? It ain't making sense with what he's saying. So when you sit back and analyze the situation, man, he can say all this stuff just to get viewers, just to get people to like what he's saying. That's what a frat boy do. They good at manipulating people. That's their job, manipulating society, mind control, programming. But the truth is, being an average guy, you're not gonna get no attention from these modern day women. Cause the majority of them been programmed. You will rarely run into a woman that's not programmed. And she gotta be sent by God. If it ain't sent by God, it don't mean a damn thing. He gonna tell you to boss up, then you'll have multiple options. Yeah, multiple options of women that gonna use you, then you gonna go right back to the same pattern. Now you dealing with women that you can't fucking trust. Now you feel even more paranoid because you got the money. So then they gonna feel some insecurity of you feel like you gotta just replace that bitch and move on to the next one. And it's gonna be the same old cycle. You gotta replace, you gotta cut her off, move to the next one, because the insecurity gonna come. Because you already know when you didn't have the money and the cars and all that, none of them hoes didn't see you. You was a ghost. So he telling you to set yourself all the way up for failure. No, this is what you do. Get your money up and stay low key with it. Stay low key. Don't let these bitches know how much money you making. If you look average, look average. Look as average as possible, because you testing these motherfuckers. Because he telling you to stack your crumbs and build your pie and all this bullshit. But once you build your pie, then what's next? Now he telling you, yeah, you'll have